it's actually been a really stressful Monday morning. I'm going to something very exciting today, which is kind of a new job. However, major car trouble. So basically my battery was completely flat when I tried my car yesterday, but it was Sunday and it was too late to get it sorted. So Mum and Bruce have been down in the car park sorting out my car for me all morning and getting a new battery. But it's very tight when I need to leave, so it's been a little bit stressful, and I've been trying to sort myself out while trying to run different tools and things down to them and try and find them, and trying to do my hair and trying to do different bits and pieces. So it's been a bit stressful. I feel a little bit nauseous. I don't know whether because I'm nervous or what's going on, but yeah, I think I've done and got everything I need. I've got food, I've got water, I've got what I need to take. I'm just panicking. Hopefully the car will be fine, because they've now got the new battery in, but the car's still got to start. So let's see what happens. Keep your fingers crossed. Hey guys, so I'm back home. Sorry I couldn't show you more of what I was doing, but it all got a bit hectic in the end. So I ended up being 20 minutes late because of all the drama, and then not being able to find the right parking, and then just walking further than I needed to. And then, so by the time I was 20 minutes late, it was trying to get things done quickly, and then I had to leave quickly to get back to the car for the car parking. And then I was stuck in the car for an hour and a half on the way home rather than an hour. So basically I left here at 11:45 this morning, and I've gotten back, it's about 5:30. And so yeah, I'm extremely sore, especially from driving. I have not done that much driving in goodness knows how long. And then exhausted. It was a lot of fun, but I think with the stress of this morning I couldn't enjoy it as much as I wanted to. And then yeah, now I just feel sore. Ian's making some dinner, because in all that time I didn't eat anything, I didn't drink anything, I didn't go to the bathroom, just because there was no time and I didn't really think about it. So it's understandable why I'm not feeling too great. So restful evening it is. Hey guys, I've been really struggling this morning. I struggled to get up, as in just generally wake up. But I've been needing 2 sticks just to get around the flat very slowly, because my legs just don't want to cooperate. So I'm feeling very sore. I know it's a direct result of yesterday, but you know, I think that's just because it was a shock to the system after not having done that much for so long. You know, I probably haven't driven that much in a year, probably, at least. So yeah, it was full on. And the thing is, with COVID, there's no way to pace journeys and things as well as I usually would. You know, usually I'd stop somewhere on the way home and then I'd sit and eat some dinner in a, you know, in a cafe or a restaurant or something to break up my journey, but you just obviously can't do that at the moment. So yeah, it was a full-on day, and I'm definitely feeling the effects, but I've got to get to work today. But the good thing about working from home is that I can do the meetings that I've got today and rest up, and then do kind of half day today, half day tomorrow, and hopefully feel a bit better. Hey guys, happy Wednesday. I'm a lot sorer than I thought I was going to be this morning. So last night I kind of got down to managing to get around the flat with just 1 stick, which was, you know, good. I was kind of feeling better, but then I think overnight everything's kind of stiffened up again, and I had to get Ian to help me up from the toilet, and have been using my walker and or 2 sticks. So I've been using them. I did one trip from bed to the bathroom to the sofa, and this is where I intend to stay for a little while. But I think the difficulty when it's this kind of pain and this kind of I'm not even sure how to describe it, but it's just everything's stiff and tight and extremely painful. But I think you do too little and it stiffens up and gets worse, hence why, because I've been in bed, it's been worse. So I need to do a little bit more today, but the pain is so much that I don't know quite how I'm going to do that. I am going to meet my friend Hannah today, because we haven't had a proper catch up in ages, and it'll be really, really nice to see her, but we're allowed to just sit outside now, so that's what we'll do, because I think tackling the stairs will be enough, but I'm sure Ian will help me out with that. But it's funny, I was thinking this morning, you know, like, in one way, I know that this flare would have been easier a year ago, because driving would not have affected me like this. You know, I drove everywhere, every day I would drive somewhere. So my body would be more used to it. But it's happened because my body has gone, whoa, we haven't driven this far probably in the last 6 months put together, so this is painful for us. But also it meant I couldn't do any of my normal pacing. But I think this is going to be one of the tricky things with kind of lockdown restrictions easing and going back to some of the things we did pre-COVID with our chronic illnesses, is that our bodies aren't going to realise how much of a thing it is. You know, like a year ago, driving for me would have been, you know, it still would have been hard, but it wouldn't have caused this level of a flare, because I was driving every day and my body was used to it. Whereas it's done one long journey driving and been like, whoa, no, we don't do this. So yeah, I think it's going to be tricky, because I'm sure my body will react the same way when I go back to, you know, hour-long princess parties, because I've not done one of those in a year. You know, it'll be the same when I go back to work and sit in work all day, because my body's not used to that level of restriction. Yeah, interesting. Anyway, I think I'm in pain and kind of talking around. What was I saying? Okay. Another bit of good news from yesterday. I persisted and just kept emailing my doctor the same thing about getting the vaccine, the COVID vaccine. And they finally read it or listened or stopped ignoring me or felt I was pestering them too much. And I'm booked in for tomorrow night. So that is good. It's a whole big weight off my shoulder, because I was so worried about going back to work, especially princessing in the near future. And I mean, I say worried about going back, I was worried about not being able to go back. You know, I already had to say that I can't do some events in April because I just wasn't sure what the situation was going to be. So I'm glad that's booked in, and I can definitely go back to working sooner rather than later, which will be a relief because I need the cash after a year of not really working properly. And then, yeah. But yes, it's a huge weight off my shoulders of not having to worry quite as much. However, there are still so many people getting completely left off the list and being told no, even when they present the evidence that they are vulnerable, and that's not how it should be. But I also think that it's not, you know, the vaccine rollout is the vaccine rollout, but I think the people that are at fault are the government, because they've got it in everyone's head that by June everything will be safe, and social distancing will be gone. And I don't think that's realistic when there will be vulnerable people who have been missed that will not have had their first vaccine by June. They might have had their first one, but they won't be fully vaccinated. And I just, you know, I don't want to talk too much about it because I know it's a difficult topic for so many people. But I think the government needs to take some responsibility to manage expectations and make sure people are still kept safe when everything goes back to normal, because I don't think there is a going back to normal. I hope there isn't, and I hope that we've learned some things from this ridiculous year. I really do. But anyway, that's all I'll say on the matter. And I'll let you know how the vaccine goes and how I respond to it. I fully intend to probably be in bed most of Friday, because I'm having my vaccine Thursday night. Ian is prepared to look after me yet again. I feel a little bit bad for him this week because he's going to have to do a lot for me, considering yesterday and today and now Friday. But there we go. I will I'll let you know what happens. Hey guys, I'm feeling quite a bit better today. I'm still very, very sore, but I have managed to walk around, which is good, and also been able to do some work. I've actually had 3 meetings today, and I'm able to stay awake and focused, so that is all good, but I've still got quite a lot of work to do this afternoon, and then it's just a generally busy day because we're a little bit behind on our 30-kilometre challenge for Thames Chase, which we're walking 31 kilometres in March, but obviously I haven't done any of the walking necessary because I've not been able to walk. So we've got to try and fit in a walk. I kind of desperately need a shower, and then I've got to be at my jab. We've also got to get some paperwork signed for something which needs witnesses, so it's all a bit of a busy day because I'm fairly sure that tomorrow will not be a great day for after my jab. We'll see. From what I've heard, this is just anecdotally, the AstraZeneca one tends to make people quite ill for about 24 hours afterwards, and it has usually been affecting more people that are already in some state of unwellness. But then the people I know have more often than not had the AstraZeneca one because their allergy reactions and the potential allergy risks of the Pfizer one. So I'm not sure which I'll be getting, but we will see. I will let you know. You will come on this journey with me. But yeah, a lot to do today, so I better get back on with it. There we go guys, it's official, all done. I've had my first dose of the AstraZeneca vaccine. I have to say, my arm is hurting surprisingly more than I thought it would, and it hurt when it went in, which I wasn't kind of expecting too much. But apart from that, I'm fine for now, but you know, I only had it less than an hour ago, so I'll obviously keep you updated with how it affects me and my body. I know the AstraZeneca one has had more of an effect on people in terms of side effects, but then I was reading through the side effects and it's kind of like, you know, joint pain and headaches and like just the stuff that I deal with on the daily. So I think we'll see whether it's worse than normal. Obviously the fact that I'm already in a flare isn't going to help. But yeah, I think we'll see what happens. I'll keep you updated. Anyway, we managed to go out for a very little walk today, but I was really struggling, and that was the other thing at the vaccine centre that I didn't really consider, is that they didn't have any chairs anywhere, and I was waiting in quite a long queue. So it was a bit of a struggle with just my stick. I really should have taken my walker in, but that was very silly of me. You didn't even get to sit down to have your jab. So yeah, it was very well organised, and they got people through really quickly. So yeah, my arm hurts. Ian's making us some pizza for dinner, and then I've got a support group, so that'll be nice to see everyone. Hopefully it won't go as late as last time. I love them, but I am tired, and I will see you guys a bit later. Morning guys. It's been a really tough night, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've only got 3 hours sleep, basically I woke up about 4 in just excruciating pain. I don't know whether it was because of my flare I was already in, or because of the jab, or a bit of a mixture of both. I'm thinking it's more because of the jab, because pain meds have calmed it so well, whereas they don't usually touch my usual pain in this way. But it's been a very long time since I've woken up in that much pain. Like, I was crying in the middle of the night. It was just like kind of that burning, growing pain sensation all over my body, and none of my joints were comfortable, and it was all clicking and clunking really, really loud. And you know, when you kind of get that feeling like you want to move everything and you need to click everything because it's not comfortable. It was pretty horrible. And my arm is still very, very painful to kind of move and stuff, but it's kind of very localized to my arm now. I took some strong painkillers and that calmed it down within the hour, but I just haven't been able to get back to sleep. So it's about 6:15 now, and Ian's snoring away. And I just realised I wasn't getting back to sleep, so I decided to get up and come in here. I'm kind of hoping that I'll put something on the TV and I will drift back off, because I feel exhausted, but I'm pretty sure I feel exhausted simply because of the not getting any sleep. I am feeling like a little hot, like a little bit feverish, but hopefully I'll be okay. I think I just need to remember to take pain meds quite regularly today, and fingers crossed I'll get through. I mean, obviously I left today open to not have to do anything, but obviously having already had a lot of flare days this week, I want to try and get some stuff done if I can. But I do have the whole weekend, and because of the slightly lower immunity for the first couple of days, I'm not going to go to the supermarket or anything, so I've got that time that I don't usually have. Not that I'm sure that I trust Ian to do the food shopping on his own, but we'll see. He'll probably come back with something I can't eat, but there we go. I don't know what to put on, whether to put on a good old little Disney film, or whether to watch like a good series, or just Catfish. But anyway, I'll let you know how I feel a bit later on, and hopefully I'll get a little bit of a cat nap in. Hey guys, so I've been feeling pretty rough all day, but it's quite hard to distinguish which symptoms are normal, which are linked to my flare, and which are vaccine related. I think the lack of appetite is definitely vaccine related, and I've had a bit of nausea with that as well, but Ian has gone out to go get dinner, so hopefully I'll be up to eating it. I did manage to get a little bit of sleep this afternoon, but I'm still just completely exhausted from my fairly awful night. Still in a lot of pain and taking extra painkillers very regularly as safe to do so. I'm just generally feeling a bit wiped out. It's nearly been 24 hours since I've had my jab now, so I'm hoping that the worst is kind of over of what's been caused by the jab, and I start to feel a bit better. But yeah, I have stayed on the sofa all day and watched a hell of a lot of Catfish. Yeah. Hey guys, happy Saturday. I'm feeling a hell of a lot better today. My arm still extremely sore, and I did wake up at about 5:30 with a lot of pain in my legs again, but this time I managed to take some painkillers and fall back to sleep, and I ended up sleeping till about 11. I definitely need it, but the pain that was intense and horrible in my legs and my hips is gone now, so I'm very grateful and thankful for that. I'm still feeling a little bit tired and quite headachy, on top of my usual headachy and tiredness, but I'm feeling just so much better. I'm still going to keep resting up today, just to make sure I am fighting fit. I've sent Ian to the supermarket alone today. We normally always go together, but just because of the immunity and stuff, I just wanted to keep myself safe. But I don't know, he's bound to come back with at least one thing that has wheat in. You'd think by now that we've been shopping together enough that he knows what we usually buy, and we're not having anything out of the ordinary, but we will see. There's just this little anxious part of me like, oh, you need this brand and you need to make sure it's this and check for this and just double check. But I'm sure it'll all be fine in the end, hopefully. It just makes me a bit nervous. Last night we just chilled. I wasn't feeling very hungry. I definitely had the kind of lack of appetite symptom of the jab, but still managed to get through my Wagamama's kind of slowly. And then we finished watching The One, which is a season on Netflix that we have binge watched in a couple of days, which is pretty good. And I spent all yesterday apart from that watching Catfish, so but yeah, here's fingers crossed to continuing to feel a bit better and get some rest, and hopefully by tomorrow I can actually function. Just making my lunch today was the first time I think I've made a meal for myself this week, which has been tough, but we get there, Anyway, I'll see you a bit later. Hey guys, happy Sunday. I definitely spoke too soon about the intense pain being over. I had a little kind of resurgence of it yesterday afternoon. It's kind of like a really nerve painy, intense kind of pain. Luckily I got I filled up both Wine and Ian's UU bottles and had one on each going down from my hip to my ankle on each leg. And that kind of helped soothe it, but basically I just laid on the sofa and did nothing but watch Married at First Sight Australia all day, because I just felt pretty rubbish. Thankfully, apart from a very brief wake up feeling nauseous, I managed to sleep through the night pretty much. But I have woken up with an awful headache and an awful stomach. It's just been really bad, but I think that's just because I haven't actually been to the toilet that much this week. So it's probably payoff of that, and I think I'm feeling completely exhausted, but I think that's probably because of how much my body has been through this week. So it's unfortunate because I was hoping that I'd feel better today and kind of up to doing a bit more, but I just don't. I'm hoping that I can just rest this off and get back to normal tomorrow. I'll keep you updated as the day goes on. I look like an egg, proper egg.
A cool egg.
A cool egg. Riding in style.
Are you counting this as towards your 31 count? No. What about me? Can I count?
You can count it towards yours. Have you set your thing?
No.
Well, that's your own fault.
An even 10.
An even 10? What, kilometres?
Like, yeah, it's like double the works.
Oh, because you're pushing.
I'm walking for both of us.
I don't think it counts. So I'm currently using my Rolls Motion as a full-on wheelchair at the moment. How are you finding it handles? I know you haven't used a proper wheelchair.
It's a very smooth ride.
It's not too bad for me actually. It's not like bumping me around loads. Hey guys, so I kind of waited till this morning to talk to you, thinking that I would feel a bit better, and
as you saw, Ian took me out for a walk yesterday just to get some fresh air, which was nice. And generally yesterday evening I was feeling a fair bit better, but obviously we just had a chilled evening on the sofa, and I woke up and thought, oh okay, I don't feel too bad. You know, I'll go to my meeting and I'll catch up on log editing. I started to feel a little bit nauseous, and then of course I thought, oh yeah, it's fine, I'll have a shower and get dressed, and I just feel completely out of it again. Just headachy and nauseous and dizzy and just not good. The problem is I don't know what's causing this, or really how to make it better. You know, I've had a good couple of days worth of rest and sleeping. I just don't know really what to do now. Hey guys, I'm feeling a little bit better now. I'm still very headachy. I've rested up all day though and just taken it really easy, so I'm really just hoping that I feel better the rest of the week. I did make it out for a walk today at least, so that is a step in the right direction at least, even though I had to take a lot of breaks and take it much slower than usual. Step in the right direction. So anyway, thank you so much for coming along on this week with me, guys. I know it's not been a particularly fun one, but thank you for being there. Spoons and love to all you guys, especially anyone who's having similar side effects to their COVID jabs that I've recently had. If you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, I'd love it if you'd hit subscribe, and I will see you next week for another video. Good night.